Hmm. So I'm live now, and my challenge is that I'm going to play the guitar and maybe take requests. It's New Year's Day, and I'm going to rock and roll. Oh, so this is how this is going to go. See? Even worse, but you never react to things like that. That is the universe that you have no control over. It's all mathematics. Now, I need to do a volume check on my thingamajiggy. Now, what might happen is I might end up doing a little bit of qu'est-ce qui se passe ici là? Go there, go here, go here. My videos. I hope I'm doing a live one. There it is, right there. So I'm going to check it out and see what the volume's like. 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 Okay, so I'm gonna just take it for a key that this is me live. Is this live? Or is it delayed? It's delayed. All right, so this is me live with a delay. Now the key is I'm gonna go find myself. Grr. In there now. Open up the tab. Guitar tuner. And so I'm just gonna get a guitar tuner. And it's basically just a video. Right. Spot on. See that the D is fine. Guitar's a perfect tune. So that's in the key of E, right? The lowest one. Then you end up in the E again. So, right, so. And it's pentatonic with an extra note, the passing note. See? So that would be a good indicator to figure out what note that is relative to the minor key that you're playing, relative to the major key that it belongs to, right? So G has a minor of E minor, G major, and E minor. So if you want to play the blues on top of this there, nice. Go back to the blues. See, the more notes that you put in it, the longer it'll take you to get to the where you're going. So if you play pentatonic, you'll get there fast. And with that sliding, That's the trick, right? Going the other way, you go. Actually, I played it on the opposite side, right? And it's all about the fretboard. It's all about like notes. I'm like in the key, because it's January and I've made a commitment that this is like kind of a strategy that I'm going to use this year based on the month that I'm in, is what's going to be the number of sharps or flats that I'm going to be playing in. So because January is the first month, one sharp is the key of G, and it's makes sense to use the key of G, because on a sheet of music, when you go every good, that G there is related to this note, right? So every E, good, right? You're there. Those are the lines. Every good boy deserves fudge. The spaces is F-A-C-E, and that's basically the notes of where you are when you're reading music. Now, if there's one sharp, that note happens to be F sharp, and the reason that you know when there's only one sharp that it's the F sharp, it's because the last sharp is always the note before the root note, or do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. The last sharp is always T, right? And on a side note, which will be introduced when I start talking about flats, the last flat, it's do, re, mi. Do, re, mi is mi, right? The last flat is mi because I'd have to review that one. Anyways, the thing about, so what comes before G, the letter F. So there you go. So now the challenge is, I know all the basic chords, and chords have three, like it's a set progression. When you're playing in the key of G, in the major key, you form this thing because you play the first and the third. When you play the first and the third, you're creating a major third. But just a third is just an interval. It sounds like a chord, but it's not really a chord until you add a third note. But you've got in this G and a third, like the makings of like something pretty good, right? Now, when you play the second of G, which is A, because it goes G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. That's the progression. So now you're G, F sharp, G, right? And then after G, there's A, B, C. So now the third note from the A is C, and that's a minor, right? So now the progression is this way. It makes sense to just intuitively play it, and you'll hear it, and then over time you'll understand how your fingers are going to be in what position when you're looking for either a major or a minor sound. So those two there are minors. So G major, A minor, B minor, and then C major. And then you go back to that same shape, right? Right as here. And that's the 4. Right? I think that's right. then you can play a whole solo with playing just like those kind of intervals, right? I'm not going to do that now. Anyways, these are the chords. You've got a G, you've got a C, you've got a D. That's the 1, 4, and 5. 1, 4, 5. 1, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? And this is the third. And this is the root. And this is F sharp. You see the little pattern there? Dun, 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 dun. It's 4 little semitones there, one on top of each other. And you just, at this point, you just play the opposite. There's a little bit of figuring out where the fingers are going to go down there, but you stick with one finger per fret, and you kind of discipline each finger to play it, and focusing on having an even touch each time you play a note. Like you don't play one harder than the other. And it's basically trying to find the sweet spot between your fret, your finger, and the string. And see how you play. Like you can play a chord, right? And it's very, it'll ring, and that's nice, right? Jingle jangle, I love that stuff. Right? But if you slow a chord down, right, you can make it into like a melody. Those are just like exercises to do for, like, if you're a beginner, of course, and things like this. And it's almost how could I seen a guy explain it. He does this here. It goes 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the 4 E and so it's kind of like it's 1 then 2 then 4, but there's rests between the strokes, right? So you're basically playing some and not playing others, and that's how do you do that, right? Make contact, don't make contact, and when you come back, you have to do an upstroke versus a downstroke, right? So it's 1 and you let it go like that, and it's E and 2 and he lets it ring, E and on the up, the 3 he doesn't play, so he goes down but he doesn't play, and then he goes E and 4, and then on 4 he stops playing and he goes up and down again. Why are you trying? I don't know. Good call, man. What do you want to hear? I'm just explaining my strategy for the upcoming month of January. Bob Marley. Okay. What's the name of that song? What's that Bob Marley song? I'm going to open up a window. I'm going to get that song. Slow. Yes. I think this is it. I wanna love you and treat you right. I wanna love you every day and every night. We'll be together with the roof right over our head, we'll be together. We'll share the shelter of. Okay, I fucked it up. We'll share the shelter of my single bed. I'll tell you what, though. I'll work on a song like that. Hey, Happy New Year's, buddy. Subscribe and share. So this is what else I was going to go on about this this progression, right? So it's 1 and 1. Like he disappears after he just plays it once, and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. Big balls, man. Can't you hear me when I call? I gotta figure that out. Okay. Big boss man. Can't you hear me when I call? Big boss man. Can't you hear me when I call? Well, you ain't so big. You just tall, that's all. Well, I'm gonna get me a boss man. Don't get me right. Don't get me rest easy at night, big boss man. Can't you hear me when I call? You ain't so big. You just tall, that's all. That sounds nothing like the song, by the way. And I can't even get the picking right. Here's one. Oh, my love, my darling, I hunger for your touch. Such a long, long time. Time goes by so slowly. Time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. Oh, I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. Along the rivers flow to the sea, to the sea. Open up your arms and see. The rivers flow, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me. Oh, my love, my darling, Home before your touch, such a long time. Time goes by so slowly. Trying to do so much. Are you still mine? Okay. That went nowhere. When that happens, they're not always home runs. I'm going to stay in the key of G. I know a lot of chords, but the progression here is good, right? E. I bet you this. I'm going to see if this song is in the key of E. Because of the F. F is major, and in G, F is the seventh. It's F is this here. No, you never play it like that. You just play parts of it, and you skip like that. That kind of bullshit. Jazzy stuff. You add 4 notes together, and but to get 2 notes to play in harmony is pretty easy. 3 notes a little harder before it gets a little challenging. Never play, never give. I'm gonna give up. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna put you down. Never gonna lay around. Hurt you. I don't even know the song, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna see what key it's in. Never give up, right? Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give you up. Never. It's like the one first thing. Sheet music. Sheet music. And just look at an image here. What does that give me here? So it's in a key of F. There, it's a key of so this is key of F right here. What's the first chord here? Holy smokes. No, I'm not playing that song. That's pretty jazzy, man. That's pretty jazzy. And I don't usually play an F. That's an oddball place to play, man. That's your root note. So how many notes lower than that you're gonna get? Not very many. You're not even gonna get anything in E. E has to be flat. E has to be a 7th. There's not enough notes to even create 4 notes in that particular position, right? What's going on here? No, I can't. I don't know the USSR national anthem, but I'll look into it, man. I'm always willing to learn. Yesterday morning, I was easing on down the road, seeking satisfaction. Turn my dreams into gold. Empty pockets, long memories. Burned out rockets and along with a tree. I'm gonna take my way. Easy money. Should call it a harbor. Don't tease me, honey, 'cause I'm down on my luck. Times could be better, but I'm not one to blame. I'll play my part and I'll do it again. Is that close enough to Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up? Gonna go my own way. I'm gonna live my life my way. Subversively. I'm gonna live my life for me and my community. And beer. Ice Wallow Seman. Ice Wallows. T'es donc funny, toi. T'es funny pas mal, hein? Well, you ain't so big. You just tall, that's all. I'm out of tune, man. That gets back to what I was saying earlier. You can play parts of chords in a progression that almost makes it sound like you're playing chords. But what am I trying to say? If I can connect the different chords to one another in a progression where you're hearing it go down in a melodic way instead of just one note at a time, like there's some players that do one note at a time, then it'll be like a piano player, maybe. You know, there's a lot going on, but it's like I didn't invent any of this, right? It's just right? Those are just chords, right? still out of tune. I'm not going to be too into pitch. We're looking for some chords yesterday to play a song that I remember. That's not it. Nope. I'm not gonna get it. Okay, so I'm fucked up. Because I'm pretty close. I'm still in G, right? It's really articulated there, right? Hope you guys are taking notes. That's a hard little section here that I can't get. I'll get that song one day. I want to do this song, but I can't get the rhythm of it in my head proper. It doesn't work if you don't get the proper rhythm. That's not it. I woke up this morning. You ran from my shoes. There it goes. I woke up this morning. Feel around for my shoes. I woke up. I woke up. I woke up. I woke up. What's that? I woke up. I woke up this morning. I woke up my shoes. I woke up this morning. Felt around for my shoes. I got these poor old walking blues. I woke up this morning, feel around for my shoes. I woke up this morning, feel around for my shoes. I got me walking blues. I woke up this. I'm in the key of A now, I think. I woke up this morning, feel around for my shoes. Some joker got lucky. I stole it back again. Let's see, that's a seventh chord. You don't want that. You just want thirds and majors and minors and fifths, fourths. Well, I hear them. Well, I hear. Well, I hear them. Well, I hear. Well, I hear them talking. Well, I hear. Well, I hear them talking when I'm on the street. There it is. Well, I hear them talking when I'm on the street. Their mouths don't move, but I can hear them speak. What's the matter with the boy? Is he coming around home? Well, I hear them talking when I'm on the street. The mouths don't move, but I can hear them speak. With a friend of mine, I can't seem to stay in step. I'm always still dealing with what's going me. Well, I hear them talking when I'm on the street. Now and I can hear you speak. I got two watchers. That's cool. That's just basically a demo version of Rocks Off by the Rolling Stones. I know a lot of Rolling Stones songs. This is great music to learn. Hey, let me lay down way in the ground where love is found. Instead it be hard on the street. Hey, let me fall you down. That's it. That's another Rolling Stone song called Torn, I think. Torn. It's a song about a guitar jack chord. When you break down the lyrics. That's a Albert King song. It's a great song. Born Under the Bad Sign. Some lyrics I can't sing. What should I play? Could I do too? I think I'm in the key of F all of a sudden. No, yeah. And I never meant to be. But as the Rick Astley song is in the key of F, I'm going to have to look at that song. I think I'd be a hit. Imagine if I did a version of that song. That'd be a pretty cool thing to do. It's a very popular song. Rick Astley. I never really listened to the first version of it. When I lay my head on the railroad track, driving the dirty. So C F C F G C F G. So Q C F G. There's the key of C. Those chords now. G is G, C, and D. You see. Okay, I'm gonna go have supper.